I sat there eating my food by myself when I saw my best friend walk into the cafeteria to pick up a tray of food. I waved at her. Surely she would join me. She looked at me for only a second before turning away and sitting down on the far side of the room. I couldn't understand why. She had sworn that she would be my friend until the day I died. Then everyone's phones chimed at the same time. Mine never did. Mom made sure I never received the mass messages sent out to everyone else, so I wasn't surprised to see everyone looking down at their phones. Some smiled and then looked my way. Others dropped their phones in shock. One boy who had always hated me stood without saying a word. He put his phone away and clenched and unclenched his fists as he walked toward me. My mother wouldn't stand for someone hurting me. Even a slap was forbidden, so I didn't think much of it at the time. Then it happened. He punched me. I've been waiting a long time to do this. The hit sent me and my food flying off the seat and onto the floor. No one came to help me. No one tried to stop him. I didn't understand why. Then a woman's voice spoke inside my head. The same voice from my dream. I told you not to say anything. Now run. I didn't wait for the next punch. He swung again. I ducked underneath it and took off as fast as I could. The good news was that my heels had come off during that first hit. "You're not getting away from me, princess," he shouted. I ran as fast as I could. What had I done? Why wasn't anyone stopping him? I raced out of the school and into the main plaza. He was still chasing me. That was when I saw it, on the massive public screen hanging above the square. It read, "Shara, the next water crystal bearer." Everyone knew, but it was the next line that made my blood run cold. "Attack on sight. Training has begun. Any who don't will be killed, by order of Queen Amber." The blood drained from my face. My own mother had ordered this. The woman from my dream had been right. Why didn't I listen to her? Why had I told Mother? It was like the strange woman had known exactly what Queen Amber was going to do. Tears ran down my cheeks as I ran. "You're mine, Shara," another voice shouted. A fist came flying at me from the side. I ducked just in time to avoid it. Then that person joined the chase as well. Why was this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? She never loved me. I needed to find somewhere safe, somewhere to hide and think. But where do you go when everyone is against you? Head to the mountains in the far north. Trust me, I'm not against you. The woman's voice again. I didn't stop to think. I simply ran. 2 people were now chasing me through the streets. Fortunately, I knew exactly where I was going. When I was younger, I used to go there whenever I wanted to cry alone. I knew the mountains well. I knew all the hidden places. My feet kept moving as I slowly pulled farther and farther away from my pursuers. When I reached the tree line, they finally lost sight of me. I didn't stop. I kept running until the forest gave way to rough stone cliffs and rocky slopes that had once brought me comfort as a child. Finally, I found a place to sit. My chest heaved as I struggled to catch my breath. Then I felt the pain on the side of my head where I'd been punched. Why? Why? I cried. I buried my face in my arms. Why would she do this to me? I couldn't understand any of it. Why was she having everyone I knew attack me? Why threaten to kill them if they refused? And calling it training? Training for what? None of it made any sense. I just sat there crying. As the sun began to set, I didn't dare return home. Not after what had happened. Not when I knew I'd probably be attacked again. I looked up at the darkening sky. "You knew this would happen to me," I shouted. I wasn't expecting an answer, but I got one. "I did," the woman replied, "because it's not the first time she has done this to someone." I sat upright. "What do you mean?" There was no response. Silence. But the words lingered in my mind. "Not the first time. What did that mean? I knew I couldn't go home, but there was no way off the planet without a ship, and those were always heavily guarded. Mother's orders. Again. It was almost like she had been preparing for this day. Almost like she had known exactly who the next crystal bearer would be. And if she never got too close to me, maybe it would make it easier for her to do what she was doing now. "She never loved me," I whispered. The tears started again. "She never loved me." My scream echoed across the mountains. The pain in my chest felt unbearable. I had been betrayed by everyone who was supposed to protect me. "Find me and you will be able to protect yourself, Shara. Then I can keep you safe from them all." The woman's voice had returned. But I didn't even know where to begin looking. How was I supposed to find someone whose face I had never seen? And now my own people wanted me dead. The task had gone from difficult to nearly impossible in less than 24 hours. Not only did I have to find this mysterious woman, but I also had to stay alive long enough to do it. "You better be right about this," I muttered. A laugh echoed through my mind, so full of spirit. I like it. Then she went silent once more. Night settled over the mountains. The stars slowly appeared overhead. Eventually, exhaustion caught up to me. I found a sheltered place among the rocks and curled up for the night. The ground was hard and cold, nothing like the bed I had slept in the night before. But I was too tired to care. I closed my eyes. Almost immediately, I found myself back on that strange planet with the red buildings. This time, however, I wasn't standing outside. I was inside. The room looked almost like the principal's office at my school. The furniture was different. The walls were deep red, the decorations were unfamiliar, but the feeling was the same. Someone important worked here. An older man sat behind a large desk. I found myself staring at him. Why was I here? Who was he? Was this the person I had been searching for? I didn't know. But one thing was certain. This dream was leading me somewhere, and before it was over, I was going to find the answers I was looking for, no matter what it took.